Hello, I am Richard A. Boxall, and this is my short and almost daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Ish.
You're listening to the diary of a wannabe writer, Season 3.
Hello, today is Sunday the 28th of June 2026. Welcome to the show. I'm flying to Singapore today, so obviously I haven't done any writing or anything like that. So I'm going to do something I haven't done for a long time. I'm going to reuse an old idea that I haven't used for a very long time, which was the emergency questions, but with a twist. I've asked ChatGPT to pose me some random questions, so let's see what it comes up with. The first one: if you could instantly master any skill with zero practice, which would it be? I actually would love to be able to fly aircraft. I think, to have the skill to do that, and I know you can do it with training, but just to be able to do it would be really, really interesting. I think that's what I want to do. Right, next question. What does it say next? It says, what's a belief you held strongly 5 years ago that you've completely changed your mind about? Ooh, that's gonna have to. I don't know. I'm kind of set in my ways, so I don't really tend to change my mind about stuff very much. I suppose it's a personal thing. So 5 years ago, I would have been very strongly of the opinion that I was better single, whereas I'm starting to believe now that maybe that's not the case. But we shall see. All these are not the usual rubbish questions I get when I get random stuff off the internet. Let's see what it's going to give me next. If your life had chapter titles like a book, what would this current chapter be called? It would be called Not Writing. Oh, they've actually given me a next button. Okay, let's press next again and see what it asks me next. What's something people often misunderstand about you after first meeting you? Ooh, a few people assume I'm gay, which is interesting. A few people assume I haven't got a sense of humour because I think I'm not very good with new people, so it takes me a little while to kind of chill and become myself. So yes, they probably get my sexuality completely wrong, and they probably don't think they think I'm very stoical, whatever the word is. Probably, I don't know. Okay. If you could have a completely honest conversation with your 18-year-old self, what's the first thing you'd say? Well, that's absolutely easy. I would say, do not work for Tesco. You'll get stuck there for nearly 20 years and waste a big fucking chunk of your life. That's not to say I haven't got some good things out of Tesco. I've got some good friends out of it. But the actual job nearly killed me, and I think it was a very good idea if I could stop myself doing it. In fact, I'd probably try and encourage myself to become cabin crew, but yeah, we'll see. Well, we'll never know whether that would happen or not. Right, ask another question. What's a small ordinary moment from the past week that you think actually says a lot about your life right now? Gosh, some of these require a little bit of deep thinking, don't they? I don't think I can easily answer that one. What's a small, ordinary moment from your past week do you think might actually say a lot about your life right now? I'll think about that and see if I can come up with a better answer, but it's not one I can answer spontaneously. If you had to pick one opinion you hold that you suspect most people around you would disagree with, what would it be? Amongst Doctor Who fans, I didn't think the Jodie Whittaker era was terrible. In fact, I really liked some of it. I didn't think the writing was great, but I thought some of the performances made up for it. I really enjoyed her. Like when she came back in that final episode with Ncuti Gatwa, it was like, oh my God, the Doctor's back, the Doctor's back. I was so pleased to see her. Possibly that. I didn't think the Timeless Child storyline within Doctor Who was bad. I think that's probably it. Certainly the least controversial thing I can say at this point. Right, what's it going to give me next? It says, what's something you used to think was a big deal in life, but now you've realised it isn't? I don't know. What's something you used to think was a big deal in life, but now you've realised it isn't? I used to think managing to finish a book was a big deal, because when I started writing, it took me a very long time to actually get the first one done. I haven't been very productive this year, but generally I can now write something relatively easily, providing I've thought about it. For me, the work isn't in the writing, it's the kind of mental preparation and planning that comes before it that makes it easy or not. Right, I'll try and do one or two more. Let's see what it's going to give me next. Next, let's have a look. It says, what's a habit you've picked up recently that I'd actually like to keep long term? I'm tracking the food I eat at the moment, which means I'm eating less, and I'm tracking the water I drink at the moment, which means I'm drinking enough more water. If I can keep up those habits, I'll lose weight and generally be more healthy. Well, there you go. That was the first emergency questions podcast I've done in a very long time. I'm about to get into my car and drive to Heathrow, hoping the weather hasn't affected the flight I'm on to Singapore. Well, you'll find out by tuning in tomorrow, because tomorrow, all being well, I'll be talking to you from Singapore. So thank you for listening. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by me, Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my cogitative considerations, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree on linktr.ee/Richard Writes. Capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.